On this episode of Aging Gracefully with Julie, she will be defining the sandwich generation and the stressors and the rewards of caring for yourself, your family, and your elderly loved ones.
Hello, and welcome to Aging Gracefully with Julie, the podcast where we explore the art and science of living a full, meaningful life at every age. And today, we're diving into a topic that resonates with millions, yet it is often discussed only in hushed, tired tones. We're talking about the sandwich generation. Perhaps the phrase is new to you, but the reality of it all is too familiar. It's that feeling of being pulled in two directions at once. One hand is reaching up to support an aging parent, while the other is reaching down to guide a growing child. You are the heart of your family, the sturdy bridge between generations. But sometimes it can feel like you're the one being stretched to the breaking point. If this sounds like your life, I want you to know, first and foremost, you are not alone. Today we're going to unpack what it means to be in this unique position. We'll talk about the challenges, validate the complex emotions, and most importantly, explore strategies not just for surviving, but for finding grace, strength, and even joy in the midst of it all. So, take a deep breath, and let's begin. So, what exactly is the sandwich generation? The term was coined back in the early 80s, but its relevance has skyrocketed. It describes adults, typically in their 30s, 40s, or 50s, who are simultaneously caring for their aging parents and their own children. A recent study from the Pew Research Center found that nearly half of adults in their 40s and 50s have a parent aged 65 or older and are either raising a young child or financially supporting a grown child. 1 in 7 of those adults is providing financial support to both. But the numbers only tell part of the story. The reality is a daily juggling act. It's making a doctor's appointment for your mother right after a parent-teacher conference for your son. It's helping your daughter with her college applications and then helping your father figure out his Medicare plan. It's a constant swirl of financial pressure, time constraints, and a heavy emotional load. And this sandwich comes in different forms. There's the traditional sandwich with aging parents and young children. Then there's the club sandwich for those in their 50s or 60s who might be squeezed between elderly parents, their adult children, and even grandchildren. And let's not forget the open-faced sandwich, which includes anyone else involved in elder care. The structure might vary, but the pressure is a shared experience. This role reversal, where you begin to parent your own parent, is one of the most profound shifts we can experience. It's a delicate dance of providing support while honoring their autonomy of making difficult decisions while respecting a lifetime of their own choices. It's navigating a landscape of changing health, finances, and family dynamics, all while trying to keep your own life, career, and relationships afloat. It is, in one word, overwhelming. And that brings us to the heart of the matter, the emotional landscape of the caregiver. This is where the real weight of the sandwich generation lies. If you're in this position, you likely know the feeling of a day packed with tasks for others, only to fall into bed at night with your own needs completely unmet. Let's be honest about the feelings that come up. There is immense love, of course, a deep sense of duty, and a desire to give back to the parents who raised us. But alongside that love, more complicated emotions often live. There can be guilt that you're not doing enough for your parents, guilt that you're not present enough for your children, guilt that you're short-tempered or impatient. There can be resentment towards siblings who may not be pulling their weight, resentment for the loss of your own freedom, your career ambitions, your social life. And then there's often a wave of guilt about feeling resentful in the first place. It is a vicious cycle. There's also a profound sense of grief. It's what therapists call ambiguous loss. You are grieving the parent who was once strong and independent. You're grieving the relationship you once had. You're grieving the future you envisioned for your own life, a future that may now look very different. This is real grief. It is valid, and it needs to be acknowledged. And underneath it all, there is stress. Chronic stress, the kind that seeps into your bones and impacts your physical health, your mental clarity, and your emotional well-being. Caregiver burnout is a serious and pervasive issue. It's the result of giving and giving until your own well is completely dry. Recognizing the signs, exhaustion, irritability, anxiety, a sense of hopelessness, is the first step toward finding a way back to yourself. If any of this resonates, please know your feelings are normal. They are the natural response to an incredibly demanding situation. Acknowledging the weight of this role is crucial, but we can't stop there. The next step is to ask, how do we carry it? How do we navigate these challenges without losing ourselves in the process? This brings us to practical strategies for not just surviving, but thriving. The most important rule, the one I want you to write on your bathroom mirror if you have to, is this: self-care is not selfish. In fact, it is essential. You've heard the airplane analogy 1,000 times, but it bears repeating. You must put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. If you collapse from exhaustion, you can't help anyone. And self-care doesn't have to mean a week-long spa retreat. It's about finding small, sustainable pockets of restoration in your daily life. It could be 5 minutes of sitting in your car in silence before walking into the house. It could be listening to your favorite music while you cook dinner. It could be a 10-minute walk around the block to clear your head. These small acts are deposits into your own well-being account. They do add up. Second, you cannot do this alone. Build your support system. This starts with communication. Have honest conversations with your spouse, your siblings, even your older children. Too often, one person, usually a daughter, becomes the default primary caregiver. It's vital to sit down as a family and delegate responsibilities. Who can handle the finances? Who can manage doctor's appointments? Who can provide respite care on a Saturday afternoon? Don't assume you have to be the hero who does it all. Beyond family, lean on friends. Find a support group, either online or in your community. Sharing your experience with others who truly understand is incredibly powerful. It reduces isolation and provides a space to vent, to cry, to laugh, and to share resources. Third, learn to set boundaries. This is one of the hardest but most crucial skills for a caregiver. Boundaries are not walls. They are guardrails to keep you from driving off a cliff. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I can do this, but I can't do that. It's okay to ask for help. Setting boundaries protects your energy and allows you to give from a place of love, not a place of depletion and resentment. Finally, access available resources. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Every community has an area agency on aging that can connect you with services like meal delivery, transportation, and in-home care. An elder law attorney can help with financial and legal planning. A financial advisor can help you navigate the costs of care without jeopardizing your own retirement. Seek out these experts. Their guidance can lift an immense practical burden from your shoulders. Let's delve deeper into the practical side of things, starting with technology. In our digital age, there are numerous tools that can help streamline caregiving responsibilities. For instance, consider using a shared calendar app like Google Calendar or Cozy to coordinate appointments, medication schedules, and visits from different family members. This ensures everyone is on the same page and reduces the chances of miscommunication. Medication management can be one of the most stressful parts of caregiving. Apps like MediSafe or CareZone can send you reminders, track prescriptions, and even notify you when it's time for a refill. For more comprehensive care coordination, platforms like Caring Bridge allow you to share health updates with a private circle of family and friends, which can be a lifeline when you're tired of repeating the same information over and over. We've talked about the challenges and the strategies, but I want to spend our final moments together on a different aspect, shifting our perspective. How do we move from a mindset of enduring this season to one of finding the grace within it? How do we and our parents continue aging gracefully amidst these new realities? It begins by actively looking for moments of connection and joy. The demands of caregiving can easily become a checklist of tasks, but within those tasks are opportunities. When you're helping your father with his medication, take an extra moment to ask him about his day. When you're driving your mother to an appointment, put on music from her youth and ask her to tell you a story. This period of life, as difficult as it is, offers a unique gift. It is a chance to know your parents as people, not just as the invisible figures from your childhood. It's an opportunity to hear their stories, to understand their fears, and to witness their courage. It's a chance to say, "Thank you," and "I love you," in the most tangible way possible. Aging gracefully isn't about denying the realities of aging. It's about meeting them with dignity, compassion, and love. For your parents, it means accepting help when needed and continuing to find purpose. For you, the caregiver, it means reframing your role. You are not just a manager of decline, you are a keeper of stories, a guardian of dignity, a companion on the final chapters of a life well lived. Find moments to practice gratitude. Be grateful for the time you have left, for the lessons they taught you, for the simple fact of their presence. Gratitude doesn't erase the hardship, but it can coexist with it. It can change the emotional color of your days from one of burden to one of bittersweet purpose. As we close our time together today, I want to leave you with this. If you are a member of the sandwich generation, you are part of a quiet legion of heroes. You are doing some of the most difficult, important, and loving work a human can do. Remember to be as kind to yourself as you are to everyone you care for. Acknowledge your limits, celebrate your strength, and forgive your imperfections. Your feelings are valid, your sacrifices are seen, and your love is the anchor that holds your family together. This journey is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Pace yourself, lean on others, and look for the moments of grace. They are there, I promise you, nestled between the doctor's visits and the homework help waiting to be found. Thank you for joining me on Aging Gracefully with Julie. Go gently into the rest of your day and know that you are doing enough. You are enough. On our next episode of Aging Gracefully with Julie, we're going to dive more into the changes of aging, how they impact all of our systems in our body. And if you are a caregiver or if you are an elderly person aging, know that you can always age gracefully each and every day.
On the next episode of Aging Gracefully, the body's beautiful evolution, Julie will be discussing the changes in each body's system as a person ages and how to navigate those changes with grace.